Oh, welcome back to another video where the vibes are always high and the hair is always fly. That's right, I got a freaking lion's mane right now, and guess what? I don't care, because I'm just me. Matter of fact, y'all lucky that I even shaved the other day, so I'm looking clean for this video, or else I'd look scruffy and rough, because that's just who I am, so get used to it. It's another day, another opportunity, and just another time to smell that fresh air. Now, what has been going on with these markets? Before we get into that, I gotta say, I'm liking this color blue. Whoever picked this blue for the prelude, y'all did it right, because that thing is popping. Every time I see that, I'm like, bam, I love that. But anyways, the S&P 500 is flying. Gold has had a nice move higher, and Bitcoin remains near its 200-week simple moving average. Again, another week where nothing much has changed. Yes, the S&P 500 has made a new all-time high, but to me that's not too exciting, because there's nothing on the back end ripping behind it, right? Like when all the memory stocks were ripping and the S&P 500 was consolidating, okay, it moved higher. Yeah, that was exciting for me, because there was individual names that are really moving. Yeah, the S&P 500 is up like, I think like 15% this year. But for me, that's not too exciting. I want volatility. Give me the volatility. When the S&P 500 dips hard, I love that. When other names dip hard, when the Mag 7 dips hard, I love that. When names are ripping, I love it. So exciting. Right now, I honestly feel it's pretty damn boring. And remember, this is not financial advice. This is roofing advice only. So please, do your own research so we can all get paid. But yeah, so guys, I've been bored for weeks. I don't know what else to say. I've just continued to stack SATA, continue to stack Stretch, and continue to bang Bitcoin off that 200-week simple moving average and keep getting paid. Matter of fact, it dipped below the 200-week simple moving average last week. I put a position on. I trimmed 10%. Oh, I'm sorry. I trimmed 30% of my position when I made 5%. Why? Because I thought there would be a chance we dipped down below. Boom, we dipped down below. And guess what? I add that back in and add some. And now we're up already. So for me though, that's boring. Like these little 5% dips, 5% pickups that I'm making, and just trading it. I mean, honestly, for me, that's boring. 5% here, 5% there, 6% here, 6% there. Boring. But nonetheless, we still show up, we still get paid. And honestly, when I start to feel like I'm itching to make money, I just add back in a little SATA and a little Stretch. Especially SATA, because I know in 2 days, I'm gonna get paid from whatever I bought. Stretch, you might have to wait 2+ weeks, because they only pay semi-monthly, which I'm not complaining. But that daily pay is different, not gonna lie. So yeah, I just went to the bakery. They're on vacation for the next 10 days, so whoopsie. Yeah, guys. What I really want to talk about today is what's going on with Bitcoin. Why is it so boring? Why are we pegged to this 200-week simple moving average? I'm kind of asking you guys. I mean, what do you guys think? Like, you think it's Clarity Act? You think, I don't know, it's just a seasonality? You think it's psychology? Because a 4-year cycle is supposed to end in like 37 days, 36 days, something like that, or around that time frame. You think people are waiting for that? I don't know. You know, at the beginning of the cycle, I was not a believer in the 4-year cycle. I never paid attention to the 4-year cycle. and I more pay attention to technicals. But I crapped on it pretty hard when we were at like 110. I'm no way, blah, blah. Yeah, well, I got my poopy handed to me. Yeah, that's right. I got my ass kicked. And yeah, it's just got me wondering. Like, I personally, again, I don't care. It's at the 200 weeks of moving average. For me, that's just when I start to really load the boat. I start to get positions, and I start to position myself for that to be the bottom or close to the bottom. But it's just really curious to see, as Bitcoin is not responding to anything. Maybe it's also because of the war and we're just in a weird spot. We got a new Fed, or head of the Federal Reserve. I don't know. It's really interesting times. And it's really interesting to me how these AI stocks just keep ripping and ripping and ripping and ripping. But for me, there's so much uncertainty. It doesn't make sense, but it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to make sense. That's the beauty of it. And that's why I just use technicals to position. And when things run, they can run really hard. And when things drop, they can drop really hard. And that's why I just have a percentage-based system where I just add it according to percentage drops, according to the 200 weeks of moving average. That's literally it. But what's going on in Bitcoin is the question. Other than that, I continue to grow my dividends. I continue to compound. I continue to add back into MSTY, Stretch, and SATA when it's advantageous to. As far as my NVIDIA cover call strategy, I really don't add into that because NVIDIA's up there, all-time highs like 240 or above 220. So I haven't been at it. I need that to come down. But yeah, just keep doing what we're doing, keep collecting. It's that simple. Keep taking those little trades for now until something big hits. But I'll meet back with you guys inside to tell you exactly what I'm buying and why. So I'll meet you there. All right, we are back, and my cat's still in my seat. But we're back, and after I move my cat, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I'm buying and why this week. Let's get it. All right, so the first thing we're not buying is the S&P 500. Why? Because it's literally almost at all-time highs. The first thing we are buying, however, is definitely Bitcoin. See, not only is Bitcoin about 50% off its all-time highs, we are also at this line right here. We keep flirting with it, the 200-week simple moving average here at about 63,700, as you can see. We dip below this line, you best damn believe I'm buying. Now, the second thing we are buying is pretty simply gold. Why gold? I start accumulating gold and start nibbling anytime it's 15% below its all-time highs. Currently about 21% below its all-time highs. But if you look here, we are still ways away from this 200-week simple moving average. And so, do I think it can drop further? Yes. Am I buying? Yes. Now, the next thing I'm buying is STRC, Strategies Perpetual Preferred Stretch, and it's basically fixed income backed by Bitcoin, currently paying 12% annually per share, paid semi-monthly. SATA is the same thing, except for provided by another company, and provides daily dividends with a 13% annual yield. Now, since Bitcoin is below its 200-week simple moving average, I am going to continue to buy myself some Strategy, a common stock. Why? This is a leverage play on Bitcoin. It's leveraged down and leveraged up. As far as my long-term positions go, that's literally it. As far as my income account and positions I'm looking to swing, well, we're looking kind of interesting here on Google. I'm honestly waiting for it to drop all the way back down here and maybe even beyond. But we've started some sort of consolidation, and we don't seem to be holding this previous all-time high. So this could get interesting. I'm looking for this to pull back. Other than that, I'm literally still holding my Microsoft, planning to sell the rest when we hit all-time highs. Strategy I've been accumulating for in my income account for a simple accumulation swing trade. I'm accumulating right now for a swing trade, and I plan to sell this when we reach all-time highs again. So I'm not touching it until then. Let it consolidate and let it go. Now, as far as things I'm potentially looking to trade, also, you could present another opportunity here. I'm looking at Walmart potentially needs to go down and create an opportunity here, but other than that, I'm not really looking at too much. I would have loved to pick up some Nvidia, seeing that pull back, but this thing has just been a monster, so I've just been holding my positions between Nvidia and my NVDY for call strategy. But all in all, that's pretty much what I got going on. So another week, another dollar, another day of discipline. Guys, we're just on cruise mode right now. So much love, peace to y'all family. I'm out. Deuces.